People are saying that Donald Trump is like Hitler. Are you sick of those people?
I am sick of those people.
Why do you think he picked one of them for his vice president?
Vance is comes from a middle class family. He struggled.
His resolution is to get louder, more annoying, bitchier, and overall a bigger problem than previously.
Scary why so many people who voted for Donald Trump are suddenly so embarrassed and they don't want to talk to their friends who voted for Kamala Harris. They didn't really believe that either candidate was going to do anything for them, so they decided to vote for the person that was going to make people that maybe they're jealous of, they're resentful of, they just don't like, make those people suffer. They honestly might not have even thought he was going to win. Now it's sinking in for them that they have to deal with the consequences too, and they don't like that. That's why the Change My Vote search has been so heavy in red states.
Republicans that spent the last 10 years whining about immigrants are now rolling over like good little dogs for a billionaire immigrant who wants to set up an oligarchy is truly ridiculous. Never mind the fact that I'd bet my right hand that the average immigrant is twice the person and 10x the worker that Elon has been in his entire life. But when the fuck was Elon on the ballot? I'm sorry, why the fuck are you rolling over for him? I'll tell you why. Greed and cowardice. I've never seen a party more full of posers, projectors, and posturers. Seriously, for the so-called party of masculinity and power, these people roll over like it's their goddamn job. Republicans could not be bigger cowards. Imagine hearing that if you don't support what Elon wants, he's going to fund a campaign against you in the next election. And that doesn't trip all kinds of warning bells and alarm systems in your head. You just think, yeah, I'll go along with that because I'd rather have my job than support democracy.
Who's surprised? Who's surprised that there's a giant rift between MAGA and Elon Musk? So the find out phase is already happening, and Trump still has more than 3 weeks before he takes office. For those that voted for this, did you really not see this coming? Because those of us on the left, we did. This is exactly what we told you was going to happen. Do you know what we also told you would happen? That Trump would almost immediately walk back everything he promised you before the election. And again, it didn't even take until the inauguration for him to go, oh, just kidding. I actually can't do that, or that's going to be too hard. So this is what some of you picked. You now have to deal with the consequences, just like we do.
Hi elegant, welcome back again to another episode. Thank you so much for clicking on this video when you saw it. So guys, in today's video we are going to be checking out.
It's come to my attention that there are some conservative leaning neurodivergent advocates on this app that are mad that I said that I don't want to hear any complaints from parents of special needs children who voted for Donald Trump, who are going to start to see their services and funding disappear once Donald Trump decides to get rid of the Department of Education. And I'm here to tell you, I don't apologize for saying that, and I mean every word that I said. Am I wishing for your child to lose services and funding? No, absolutely not. I voted for your child to have those services. The irony of somebody voting for their own child to not have access to services that will give them an equitable education experience, and then get mad at somebody like me who voted to not let that happen. The irony of being somebody like that who also has an online presence that advocates for kids with special needs makes me want to fall out of my chair laughing. Nobody wants to hear you complaining and blaming it on Joe Biden when your kid doesn't have a special ed teacher next year. No one is going to be interested in your hurt feelings and the drama that's going to come out of your mouth when your school district decides they don't have enough money to hire SLPs on your campus anymore to work with your special needs child. And why would your school district not have enough funds to do that? Because maybe their state legislature decided to misappropriate the block grant that the federal government decided to send them with zero oversight from the Department of Education that doesn't exist anymore. Y'all like to pretend like the state of Texas isn't already withholding critical funding from special needs students. I'm sorry, where in this conversation am I supposed to feel sorry for you, the parent of a special needs student who decided to vote for Donald Trump? It seems like I care about your child's educational experience more than you do.
So Elon Musk, this evil scientist-looking mother, got on national TV and told working class people who said that they cannot afford to have children that they need to learn how to afford it because she need them to work for her grandkids. Wake up, y'all. Stop being distracted by racism, sexism, misogyny, bigotry, homophobia, transphobia, Islamophobia, xenophobia. Like, stop being distracted by all of that shit. The real enemy is capitalism. All that matters is if you are rich or if you are poor. And if you are poor, you don't matter. All of those systems were created to promote an illusion to collectives of people so that they believe that they are superior to other people. And while we bicker back and forth, capitalists and wealth hoarders are destroying our world as we know it. And they planning to take us out too. They essentially trying to bring back slavery. They don't care about giving us livable wages so that we can survive. They just want us to work. They raising the rent and paying little so that you will have to work 1, 2, 3 jobs. So 3 corporations get the benefit from your labor. And you still struggle. Listen, American capitalism is rooted in slavery. And this is what I mean by these oppressive systems creating an illusion. You know how like non-black people don't feel like the history of slavery affects them or could have some impact on their lives? But American slavery was the first example of labor exploitation. And it quite literally created our economy. The 100% profit that they were receiving from the free labor of slaves is the reason we are a first world country. And you didn't think that to come back because racism has deluded you into believing that you're superior to black people and you don't have to worry about the things that they have to worry about, or the things that have affected them will never affect you. Now, groceries high, rent high, cars high.
Like, seriously, guys, it is what it is. I just felt for those immigrants, this is not what we're expecting, okay, guys, but we just have to keep our finger crossed and hopefully everything will be okay again. So my advice is just that you have to keep your hands clean, do what you know that is right for you, just take the life the way you sees it and do your best. Try to keep your hands clean, and yeah, life goes on. You don't know, tomorrow probably things will get better again. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys.